Welcome back. I'm Professor Patel, and in this video, I'm going to take a look at a poem by Francis Petrarch. It is poem number 3. This is not a Petrarchan sonnet, but it's pretty close. This poem is also what we would call a Laura poem. Okay, it's about the day that Petrarch first laid eyes on Laura. First, I'm going to read the poem, then I'm going to offer some insights into it. It was the day when the sun's rays turned pale with grief for his maker, when I was taken, and I did not defend myself against it, for your lovely eyes, lady, bound me. It did not seem to me a time for being on guard against love's blows. Therefore, I went confident without fear, and so my misfortunes began in the midst of the universal woe. Love found me altogether disarmed, and the way open through my eyes to my eyes which are now the portal and passageway of tears. Therefore, as it seems to me, it got him no honor to strike me with an arrow in that state, and not even to show his bow to you who are armed. Okay, let's the first part. The day when the sun's rays turn pale. This is the day of Christ's crucifixion. The sun is in grief for his maker. So this is a poem. The occasion where Petrarch sees Laura is during Holy Week, and they are commemorating the crucifixion of Christ. So we have these two, and this is also the day that Petrarch is struck with love for Laura. So we have the combination of these two, uh, or the juxtaposition, right? It's almost like Petrarch is being crucified by his love for Laura while Christ's crucifixion is being commemorated. And he has no way to defend against it because Laura's eyes are blinding him, right? And keep in mind, Laura's name is not in this poem. Scholars have connected this from the note in Petrarch's copy of Virgil about Laura and about the date. So they sort of did some detective work and put this together. So he's bound by her eyes, right? And he's in church. The next stanza, it did not seem to me a time for being on guard against love's blows, right? He's in church. It's Holy Week. He's not expecting to fall in love. Uh, and he's confident, he's without fear. But that's when you get struck, right? When you're not expecting it. So his misfortunes began in the midst of the universal woe. And we can look at this, his misfortunes, right? Love brings a lot of trouble with it, doesn't it? Especially the type of love that this is courtly love. Petrarch is not going to ever get to consummate. He's really not ever even going to get to touch Laura. Right? He's just going to be in love with her and misery for her, and have this passion for her that he never gets to consummate. We call this courtly love, and he's going to write about this uh, for many, many years to come. Okay, so, and he also says that his misfortunes begin in the midst of the universal woe. What is a universal woe? Universal is also a term for Catholic. Catholic means universal. Catholic literally means about the whole, right? It's everything. So, and also they're celebrating the crucifixion of Christ. So it's a sad occasion. But love finds him, and notice love is capitalized here. It's personified. And love has a bow and shoots arrows. So this is Cupid. Here is Petrarch's classicalism coming in. Right? This is a character from Ovid here. And it says it found him disarmed. Remember, he came here to celebrate Mass or to participate in the Mass, not to fall in love. Uh, and and how did it get in? How does love get into us usually? How does it come in? Through the eyes. He says, it got me through the eyes, which are now the portal and passageway of tears. And there's a nice reciprocity there. Reciprocity, excuse me. Uh, the attack of love goes in through the eyes, and then what comes out later, tears. through those same eyes, right? So, so this is what happens now. And he was not vigilant. He was not on guard, and he is struck by love here on this day of Christ's crucifixion. He says, "Therefore it seems to me, it got him no honor to strike me with an arrow in that state. It got Cupid or love no honor to shoot somebody who's not armed, right?" And then he doesn't even show his bow to Laura, right? Um, and he says she was armed, which is very interesting, right? That Laura is it has this power, right? Has this some sort of martial ability for love. Like it's almost like she's ready for it, right? But she does not get it. She does not get shot, right? He doesn't even show. Cupid doesn't even show his bow or love. So that's my brief talk. We have several currents going in there, right? Day of Christ's crucifixion, sad day, and it's the day that the poet is crucified with love for Laura, and it's also in the midst of this universal woe, this very Catholic celebration, right? This very Christian Catholic commemoration of Christ's crucifixion. We have the appearance of a pagan personified god of love shooting arrows in here. So this is classic Petrarch bringing these currents together, right? We get Christ's crucifixion, poet falling in courtly love. He knows that he's never going to get to consummate. And then we have the appearance of Cupid here, love personified shooting arrows, right? And Laura seems immune to this, whereas Petrarch um, is shot right through the eyes, and now tears come out of his eyes. So that's Sonnet 3, translated by Robert Durling, Francis Petrarch. I'm Professor Pachel. I'll see you next time.